بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين وبعد. In the medical field, there are two ways for a person to receive treatment. Either it's preventative, or after a particular incident has occurred, they treat that illness. So a person will take medication, will take supplements, will take vitamins, whatever the case is, will take a blood test to see their situation and preemptively protect themselves from something that may happen. And the second is, the person is already ill, the person's already sick, and now he goes to the doctor and they're trying to figure out how best to treat that situation. When we talk about these different spiritual illnesses, whether it's the evil eye, whether it's jealousy, whether it's black magic, whatever it could be, these different ways that people can harm another person, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us both methods. One is preventative. How do we protect these things from affecting our lives? And the second is, once we have been affected, what do we do to get rid of it from our lives? And that's why it's important. Like many people, they'll take supplements in the morning, they'll make sure they drink fruit, they'll have fruits and vegetables to keep a healthy immune system. There are certain du'as that we should read daily as our immune boosters against all forms of evil eye, jealousy, hatred, so that we don't get affected negatively. And we don't even need to look far. Sometimes in our minds, when we think about a du'a, we think a bit about a way to protect ourselves. We'll go to the imam and we'll say, give me a very long du'a, something unique, something nobody has ever heard of before. In the life of Rasulullah ﷺ, we have a very beautiful example of where someone did black magic against Rasulullah ﷺ. He took the hair of the Prophet ﷺ and he did some sorcery, some black magic, to the point where Nabi ﷺ started to forget things. He would assume he did something, but then he forgot about it. Then Jibreel ﷺ came to him and revealed to him something that everybody in this room already knows. And that is Suratul Falaq and Suratul Nas. Suratul Falaq and Suratul Nas. These du'as, they're surahs, but they're also du'as, are something not only should we be reciting every night, but our children should also be reciting it. You know, sometimes we tuck our children to bed. We may read them a storybook at nighttime. We're going to tuck them, give them some, make sure they're drinking, they brush their teeth. Part of that routine should also be, right before they go to sleep, recite after me Suratul Fatiha, Ayatul Kursi, and the 3 Quls. This is the preventative measure that we can take. We can exercise all day, we can take supplements, we can take vitamins, we can be walking, we can do everything for our health. But the moment somebody has ill intent, whether it's jealousy, whether it's evil eye, whether it's anything, any of these shaitanic ways of harming someone, that's not going to help me unless I have a healthy dose of du'as in my day-to-day. There are many du'as I can recite. When I wake up in the morning, I make the du'a. I can read أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. There's so many du'as. But the thing that we already know, no, you don't even need to go out of your way to do anything special or unique. Right before you go to sleep, right before your children go to sleep, just a very quick and important habit that they're going to drink water, they're going to use the bathroom, they're going to brush their teeth, they're going to get tucked in bed. But Suratul Fatiha, Ayatul Kursi, and the 3 Quls. Straight from the Sunnah, straight from the Hadith. There's no question about, is this reliable, unreliable? It was effective in the time of Rasulullah ﷺ. So when Jibreel ﷺ came, he said, this person, he tied the knots. That was the sorcery, the black magic that they did against the Prophet ﷺ. He said, for every knot that this person tied, there is a verse. قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ مِنْ شَرِّ مَا خَلَقَ. Then going to قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ مَلِكِ النَّاسِ. And by virtue of that, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam found out who did it, and he was able to combat that as well. There are so many sicknesses in our lives that we're not able to explain. I have this pain, I have that pain, I go to the doctors, taking a blood test, taking an exam, taking a physical. They can't figure anything out. Allah knows best what it is, But just like there are physical maladies, there are also spiritual maladies that are well beyond our control. Who knows? It could be ayn, evil eye. It could be jealousy. It could be black magic. Obviously, there's an extreme. The extreme is for some people, anything that happens, you're going to jump onto black magic or evil eye. But the opposite extreme is to say that these things don't exist. In our Sharia, there's a balance. There's the physical component and then there's a spiritual component. So for my benefit, what's one thing that we can bring into our lives? Something we all know and have been reading as children. Surah Al-Fatiha, Ayatul Kursi, and the three quls. And inshallah, that could be a preventative measure. And even after we've been afflicted, if something happens, it can also be a way of curing ourselves as well. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from jealousy. May He protect us from evil eye. And may He protect us from people who have ill will against us. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.